heard a lot of people talk about, well, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this, I can't do that in life because I've been through so much. Let me tell you what I've been through, okay? When I was 9, I was raped and molested for about 6 months or so by my mother's boyfriend. I've been through my stepfather, the only father I knew as a dad, committing suicide. My sister tried to do the same, but we found her in time. I've been through my best friend being murdered and stuffed in a freezer, and her husband calling me in the middle of the night wanting to know if I had any room in my freezer because his freezer wasn't working. So they put all their meat in my freezer, and he put his wife in his. Been through that. I've been through my daughter coming home from her daddy's house when she was 2, and she couldn't even walk. And this was right when we were at my sister's house, and I told him to drop her off there because my stepfather had killed himself on her back porch. My daughter couldn't walk. When I took her diaper off, it was full of blood. When I was a kid, I watched my sister get dragged down the hallway by her hair, and her husband had a gun in his hand. He was going to kill her. I've watched another sister get her face smashed to a steering wheel 13 times by my father, my biological father. I watched my mother get beaten along with my sister. My sister had a bloody nose, and I was little. I think I was 8 or 9. And her boyfriend was there, and he had beat Angie up. My mom tried to step in, and he beat her up and broke her glasses. And then he picked their baby up. She was 6 months old, threw her across the room, and she hit the wall and fell to the floor. I ran, and I picked her up, and I ran to the telephone and called the police. And I remember not being able to understand a whole lot, or they couldn't understand me. I'm sorry. They couldn't understand me because I was holding the baby, and she wouldn't stop crying. I remember so many things. One of my sisters was raped by my other sister's boyfriend. Another sister was gang raped by a bunch of Marines. My sister, there's 5 daughters, by the way, no brothers. Another sister, I'm not going to mention names, disappeared for a little while, and Papa Jet, the one that killed himself, went after to find her, and she had been taken to a house and was being held for sex by a motorcycle gang. You really don't understand what all I've been through in life. You can never judge a book by its cover. You really have to just treat everyone as a human being. Treat them that way at first. And if someone tries to use you or abuse you, you cut them out of your life. Okay? No one's going to take care of you like you do. Ever. I mean, have I been successful in my life? Probably not as successful as I could be. But I've been married 4 times. My first husband was the father of my children. I have 2 daughters. We separated because I kind of grew up and he didn't. My second husband was insanely jealous, and I just couldn't handle that. It was getting out of control. My third husband, I caught him using his cell phone to watch my 14-year-old daughter get out of the shower. That was devastating for me. I pulled a gun on him, and I wanted to blow his brains out, and my daughter stopped me. My fourth husband, I was in a very dark place after what my third husband had done. I was drinking a lot, and I married him over a dart game. I bet on a dart game. It lasted about less than a year, honestly. And the whole time, I never knew I was gay, and I am so totally gay. And I'm not gay because I've been raped and molested. I'm not gay because I'm married to 4 different men. That doesn't have anything to do with it. I was gay my whole life. I've had, even my family has said I've had gay tendencies my entire life. But I always thought it was wrong. I was told it was wrong. I was told it wasn't right. It's not what you're supposed to be. But I look at it like this. I always thought my whole life growing up, even as an adult, I thought my childhood had affected my adult life. That's what I had thought, because I never enjoyed sex with a man. I never enjoyed being with a man. And I never wanted to have sex with my husband. I could never make myself come on to my husband. Does that make sense? I couldn't make myself come on to him. There was nothing there. I didn't have that attraction. I cared about him, but I was just trying to do what I was supposed to do, and I was supposed to be with a man. That's what I was told. You get married to a man and you have kids. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what I was told my whole life. Y'all, I am gay as a damn $2 bill. And if you look back at my entire life, I played softball. I bowled. I played a teeny bit of golf. I played basketball. I rode horses. I was rodeo queen. I barrel raced. I did breakaway roping. I've done, you name it, team pinning, reining, cutting. And the whole time, I never cared what a man looked like in a pair of Wranglers. No. I used to say in high school, I'd be like, God almighty, if I was a guy, I would so hit that girl right there. Yeah, I would. And then I found out later in life that that's not normal. So here I am. Came out at 40 years old, but none of my family was shocked. Everybody was like, makes sense. My mom, a huge Christian, and I thought, oh, when I come out, my mother's going to disown me, right? She was fine with it. She was like, makes sense. And I was like, wow. You know, if y'all are going to know all these years that I was gay, you could have let me in on the secret. Appreciate it. Would have been nice. But anyway. But yeah, I've had a hell of a life. I have a lot of fucking stories, nightmares. Still have nightmares. But I love women. Women make me happy. And I am engaged to a woman. We are hoping to get married if my ex would ever sign the divorce papers. Be great. Thanks, asshole. But yeah. So if you're gay, it's okay. It's okay to be gay, trans, bisexual, whatever makes you happy. It's okay. Because being happy is what makes life worth living. Nothing else matters in the entire world but for you to be happy. And if you're miserable, you need to do something about it. You need to fix it. Good night. I shall return.